What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. So today I am at NDT Racing here in Killarney. We've got some good news. I've taken my motor obviously to them to get built. I've done many videos with them before, so why would I not use them to build my motor? So we're here today. The motor, the crank's been cut, the head has been redone, the block is sorted, everything's done now, so we're just waiting for a few parts to arrive. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to clean everything and spray it like spray paint everything, the block black and the head silver, so that everything just comes across so much nicer. So that's the process for today, and then we'll wait for the parts to arrive and then we can put the whole motor together. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, I'm excited, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So I've just done my first coat of black now. You can see it go onto the top, which is perfectly fine because we still have to just give it a brush over with sandpaper. Obviously we're not skimming the block, we're just giving it a brush over. So yeah, that's all that needs to be done. We got one coat on and just another coat, and then we can, yeah, like I said, sandpaper the top, lightly just to get the leftover paint off because there was nothing wrong with the block, and then we can do the sump and the So I've just finished off with the head sprayed, the block sprayed, the sump as well. So what I'm going to do now is these pistons need to come off here, and I'm going to use these two. I'm going to use these two rods with this piston over here and this piston need to go on there. So I'm going to do that now. Take the gunners put out, take the piston off, change it over. So what I can do now, or a trick now, these two need to be to the front of the motor, that's the pin, and then this like pointer thingy needs to be to the back. So that's how we're going to do it. So I'm going to just change that now, take the pins out, and then yeah, swap the pistons over, and then at least that's also sorted while we wait for more parts to arrive. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this pin out here, just grab it with the needle nose. There's the pin. So once the pin's out this side, this side, obviously you can't push it through because there's a pin on this side. So what you should do is you can leave that pin in and you push on this side. And you see it's already coming out there. Give it a little bit of a push. Out on the side. Pull it up. It's out. Just like that. So as you can see, all the rings are laying here. So I've already taken all of the pistons. So practically when they're on, you pull it. So what you mustn't do is you mustn't pull it out, and once it's out you pull it upwards, because then it starts to scratch like around the piston. So what you should do is you should pull it out and move your way around, but not, so you move your way around where you pull it so that the thing splits, instead of trying to go like this with it, because when you go like this you scratch the side, so you damage the piston like that. So when you do it, you need to pull it out and then like slowly it'll like expand its way around and then it'll pop off. So so all the pistons are cleaned, all the rings are off, the head is clean, as you can see sprayed, the block as well. So all we have to wait now is for the parts, and then we can assemble. The parts should be arriving tomorrow. So yeah, I'm excited for this. As you can see, the head's already been skinned nicely. So yeah.
What's up, you guys? So it's the second day here at NDT Racing. We are finally putting the motor together. All the parts have arrived. So what Neon's actually done so far when I wasn't here, he put the crank in, the bearings, the caps. He's practically done the whole bottom end. I just need to do the sides. As you can see, everything's still loose here. The sides, the sump, the splash plate, and then the oil pump, and then we'll flip the motor and we'll do the head and stuff as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to tighten these two, this side and then this side, put a little bit of sealant on the side and then tighten it up. And then that's over here. Then we'll put the splash tray which goes over here, and you'll see, I'll show you just now. And then yeah, we'll get going with this. Okay, so what I've done now is I've cleaned this off here, and I have cleaned this, and I've just put a little bit of sealant on it so that when I bolt it in, it just seals properly. So it just goes on here. So as you guys can see, I've got both side covers on the side and the side. Now we're going to put the splash tray on. So this prevents oil from coming from the sump onto the crank in the racing industry, because obviously you're using a lot of curbs and stuff, so the oil can splash onto the crank and cause drag and whatnot. So put that on, and then we'll put the oil pump on as well. Yeah, that's exactly how it's going to look. So put all of those in. Actually, we'll wait until the everything's in, but we'll just do the tops along here. I put a little bit of sealer just to ensure that it doesn't leak. So it comes off like this, and then the splash tray goes on like that. You see there's a little bit of sealer around there. Splash tray goes on like that. It prevents, like I said, prevents oil from splashing up onto the crank, and then the oil pump just goes in here. So this is the baffled sump that will go on here. So obviously it has doors in it, so that when you go through a corner, it opens this door, and then this door over here closes, in order to keep the oil by the pickup the whole time, because obviously if there wasn't any of these, the oil can run away from the pickup and then it can actually run a bearing. So that's what these baffled sumps are used for. So it's obviously vice versa on both sides. So that's going to go on now. Okay, so now that the bottom end of the motor is done, we are going to put the gasket on, then we're going to put the head on. So the gasket is like this. It has a thin layer on this side, and then obviously the gasket, there's about 4 layers on here, and it goes this way around, and then when it heats up, this adheres to the block. So I'll actually make sure this is clean, even though it's new. Okay, so I was told, obviously the head bolts, I was told put a little bit of black grease on the bottom, a little bit here between the washer and the top of the bolt. So that's what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to torque the head to 80 now, 80 newton meters I'll torque, and then Jan's going to come do the rest. I'm not going to do it myself, so yeah. We're just doing this. He's going to do the rest. I'm just screwing the bolts in there. Okay, so the whole head is torqued to 18 degrees of torque at the moment. And then I think we're going to go a little bit more than that. But yeah, so far it's 80 and Jan said we'll come to the rest, which I'm 100% fine with because I prefer him actually to do that. So yeah, we've got the 80 there done. So yeah, now you just come to the rest. So we've actually just finished off here at NDT today. The motor is now complete. Only thing I still need is a cam for the motor, and then the motor's finished. Everything's done. So let me actually just show you what we have or what we've accomplished now. So this is the point that we got into now. As you can see, everything is together. We put the caps on just so that we don't lose the caps and don't lose the order of the caps either. So with the caps on, we've got the water pump on, we've got the pulleys, we have got the sump is on, crank, everything, piston, head, is torqued. So yeah, it's done. We just in a cam, then we can throw the tapper cover on and the motor is done. So yeah, I'm very excited and happy with the progress that we have made on the motor today. What's up guys, welcome back to another day. So yesterday you saw, or in the previous part of this video, you saw that we practically finished off the what we could in that day. So today I've got the distributor to put in, I've got the water pump pulleys to put on, got the oil filter housing, and then I've also got the plug leads to put on that I got sponsored from that plug leads guy. So I'm excited just to see how things look. Like I said, I still don't have a cam. I want to get a 288 cam or a 282 cam, but anyway, the bid for funds to go up again. Obviously bolting isn't cheap, so yeah, we're just waiting on that, and then yeah, this motor will be done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the water pump, the oil filter housing on, and then yeah, we can see from there. So first thing I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put a very thin layer of sealant just on here so that when I do put the gasket on, it just seals a bit better. So I'm putting like very minimal. When I talk about very minimal, like look how little that is. And I'm just running it lightly around the edges. So as you can see, I've got the sealant on the side and then on the side of the gasket as well, because this is the side that goes onto the actual block. So it will be like this, and then it'll be like this. So the oil filter housing is on now, so the next will be the oil cooler housing. So this goes this way up, like this. What I suggest is you put a bit of sealant around here just to make sure that it does seal. And then there's a 27 nut on here that goes below it, which holds it on, and then obviously the oil filter goes below that. So yeah, we're going to do that now. Yo! What's cooking good looking? What's cooking good looking?
What are you breaking? Oh.
Oh.
Hey, don't take a bite.
So I finished everything that I could today on the motor. I put the oil filter housing on, I put the pulleys on, I put the spark plugs in and the spark plug leads on from that plug lead guy. So these were sponsored to me. So yeah, that's pretty much all I can do for now. I had the 2E long block distributor, as you can see over there, and I was going to put it in. But the thing is, the 2E long block distributor gear is a lot bigger than the 1.8. So yeah, I just have to get a 1.8 one, and we can put that in. Like I said, we just need the cam, then I put the tapper cover on, and the motor's done. So yeah, that's pretty much where we are at, and I'm very happy to see the progress that's come out of it. So yeah, it's not too long now.